Welcome to The Alchemist. Here we uncover the secrets of spirituality, ancient wisdom, and the hidden codes of the universe. And today we will reveal the Vibrational Code of Thoth, a forgotten system that shows how to control energy using three hidden forces. Stay until the end, because once you understand these principles, you will never look at reality the same way again. For more than 5,000 years, the wisdom of Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, knowledge, and hidden mysteries, has echoed through the chambers of time. His teachings were never meant for the masses. They were safeguarded within temples, carved into sacred stone, and passed down through mystery schools to only those deemed ready. What he revealed is something modern science is only beginning to confirm. Everything in existence, every planet, every star, every human soul is vibration. Matter is not solid, it is energy in motion. Frequency is the blueprint upon which reality itself is constructed, and vibration is the divine language through which the universe speaks. But here is where the veil lifts. Thoth did not merely say, "The universe vibrates." He unveiled a deeper secret, one that was carefully hidden from the world for millennia. He spoke of a code, a vibrational key that, when understood, allows one to not only perceive reality, but to influence and command it. This is not metaphor. This is not symbolic. The vibrational code is as real as gravity, as precise as mathematics, and as unyielding as time itself. Thoth described it as the foundation behind the illusions of the material world. A living current of frequency that responds to thought, intention, and willpower. And within this code, there are three hidden forces, three currents of power that interlace and sustain all creation, three laws of vibration that, when mastered, allow the initiate to rise above limitation and step into the role of conscious creator. These forces are not outside of you. They are within you, woven into the very essence of your being. Every time your heart beats, every time your mind thinks, every time your spirit yearns, you are interacting with these hidden powers. The tragedy is that most people move through life unaware of them, enslaved by vibrations they do not understand. They react instead of create. They absorb instead of project. Thoth's great revelation was this: when you align yourself with the three forces of vibration, you stop being a passive observer of the universe, and you become a participant in its creation. Think of it this way: the universe is not a stage upon which you act. It is an instrument, and you are the musician. Most live their lives plucking strings at random, producing only noise. But those who discover the code, those who learn the hidden scales, can play symphonies that reshape destiny itself. This is why the knowledge was hidden, because in the wrong hands, the vibrational code could be used for control, for manipulation, for domination. Empires could rise and fall on its misuse, and so the initiates guarded it fiercely, releasing only fragments, cloaking it in allegory, concealing it beneath symbols. But make no mistake, the code is real. The three hidden forces are real, and once you know them, you will never look at life the same way again. You will understand why some people seem to magnetize success, while others attract only chaos. You will understand why certain sounds, words, and even thoughts can heal or destroy. You will understand why the ancients chanted sacred tones, carved geometric patterns into temples, and aligned their monuments with the stars. It was never mere ritual. It was never superstition. It was the vibrational code at work. And if these words have found you, it is not by accident. Thoth's wisdom was preserved for those who were ready, not to worship him, but to awaken the divine architect within themselves. The truth is this: you were never meant to be a slave to circumstance. You were never meant to simply endure reality. You were meant to create it. And the key to creation lies in vibration. The code is waiting, and now you are about to uncover the 3 hidden forces that unlock it. The first hidden force revealed by Thoth is resonance. At the heart of this teaching lies a profound law. Frequencies of a similar nature are drawn together, amplify one another, and eventually merge into one unified vibration. This is not mere poetry. It is the foundation of both spiritual practice and physical reality. Think for a moment about a musical instrument. When a guitar string is plucked, another string tuned to the same frequency begins to vibrate in sympathy, even though it was never touched. This phenomenon is called sympathetic resonance, and it exists not only in music, but in the fabric of existence itself. Thoth taught that every human being is like an instrument in this cosmic orchestra. Our thoughts, emotions, and even our unspoken intentions are frequencies, constantly radiating out into the ether. And just like the string of a guitar, the universe responds to what we emit. Fear calls to fear, love calls to love, abundance calls to abundance. When we dwell on worry or anger, our energy field broadcasts that frequency. The universe, acting as a perfect mirror, resonates with it, and soon more experiences matching that vibration begin to appear. But when we hold the vibration of compassion, gratitude, or divine power, that too begins to multiply, shaping reality in ways that seem miraculous to the untrained eye. This is why ancient civilizations place such importance on prayers, mantras, and sacred chants. To the ordinary listener, they might have sounded like mere words or repeated syllables, but initiates knew they were far more. They were vibrational keys, codes of sound capable of unlocking hidden dimensions of reality. Every syllable carried a frequency. Every repetition amplified that field. Consider the word aum or om from the Vedic traditions. When intoned correctly, it resonates not only within the body, but also within the subtle energy centers, harmonizing the mind, the breath, and the spirit with the pulse of creation itself. Similarly, the Egyptian chants dedicated to Thoth or to Ra were designed to align the initiate with cosmic forces, tuning their inner being like a sacred instrument. But it is not only sound that carries resonance. Emotions themselves are frequencies. Love radiates at one spectrum, fear at another, joy at yet another. When these emotions align with conscious thought, they generate an energetic field so powerful that it bends probability and shapes matter. Modern science has begun to touch the edges of this truth. Experiments in quantum physics reveal that the observer influences the observed. Heart coherence studies show that emotions can alter electromagnetic fields, measurable several feet beyond the body. What Thoth whispered in temples thousands of years ago is now being rediscovered in laboratories. The energy we emit shapes the reality we live in. Resonance also explains why spiritual masters throughout history emphasized inner purification. A chaotic mind filled with conflicting thoughts creates disharmony. A heart weighed down by resentment or fear emits distorted signals. But when thought, emotion, and intention move in harmony, they create a field of pure resonance, a magnetic force that draws synchronicities, opportunities, and even miraculous healings. Imagine 2 tuning forks. Strike one, and the other begins to sing. In the same way, when you embody love, those around you feel it. When you radiate abundance, opportunities begin to vibrate toward you. This is resonance at work, not chance, not coincidence, but law. Thoth's teaching of resonance was never meant to remain abstract. It was designed to be lived. He urged his disciples to become conscious of every vibration they held, to choose their inner state with the same care that a master musician chooses notes, to become deliberate in what they broadcast, knowing that the universe listens and responds unfailingly. The secret is this: you are never just reacting to reality. You are continuously composing it. The vibration you sustain becomes the frequency the universe amplifies. This is why sages, mystics, and alchemists spoke less about external power and more about internal mastery. True magic begins not with rituals, but with resonance. And so the first hidden force, resonance, invites us to remember we are not isolated beings adrift in a chaotic world. We are transmitters and receivers in a living symphony. And when we learn to hold a conscious vibration, reality itself bends to meet our song. The second hidden force that Thoth revealed is polarity. In the ancient wisdom, polarity is not simply a philosophical idea. It is the very structure of existence. Everything in the universe is built upon the principle of duality. Light and darkness, masculine and feminine, chaos and order, life and death, all are manifestations of this one law. At first glance, we see them as opposites. We are trained to think that light destroys darkness, or that order cancels chaos. But Thoth explained that this is an illusion of perception. In truth, they are not enemies. They are two extremes of the same spectrum, two poles of one current, inseparable and interdependent. Think of heat and cold. They appear to be opposites, but both are only different degrees of temperature. There is no absolute line that separates one from the other, only a gradual shift in vibration. The same is true for love and hate, courage and fear, harmony and conflict. What we call opposites are simply expressions of the same essence, vibrating at different intensities. This is the hidden force, the ability to move along the spectrum of polarity. When you understand that extremes are connected, you gain the power to shift your inner state, to transmute your reality. This is the true essence of alchemy, not the crude transformation of metals, but the refinement of the soul. Not turning lead into gold, but transforming despair into hope, weakness into strength, ignorance into wisdom. The alchemist is the one who understands that fear is not something to destroy, but something to transform. Fear is the same energy as courage, only vibrating at a different pole. Doubt is the same energy as faith, but placed on the opposite end. Anger is the same current as passion, only polarized in another direction. Thoth taught that by mastering polarity, one becomes free. Instead of being a slave to emotions, circumstances, or external events, you gain the inner ability to choose your pole. You can shift the vibration of the moment, no matter how heavy or chaotic it appears. This is why the ancients considered polarity a sacred science. It was the key to inner transmutation, to true spiritual mastery. When you stand in darkness, remember, you are not trapped. Darkness is not the absence of light. It is simply light vibrating at another frequency. With awareness, intention, and practice, you can call forth its opposite. You can shift the current, and where there was despair, you can ignite hope. Where there was chaos, you can anchor harmony. This is why the Hermetic teachings say, the one who masters polarity becomes the architect of their destiny. Because life no longer happens to you, you consciously direct its currents. The second hidden force is not only about understanding duality, but about transcending it. When you no longer see the world as divided into battles of opposites, you step into unity. And from that place, you hold the true power of the alchemist, the power to transform your inner world, and through it, the outer world as well. The third hidden force is rhythm. All things rise and fall. The tides, the seasons, the cycles of life, they follow an eternal rhythm. Thoth revealed that those who understand rhythm can predict and harness the flow of energy. Instead of being enslaved by cycles of suffering, loss, and chaos, you can ride the waves of rhythm, bending them to your will. Just as a skilled sailor uses the wind to move forward, the awakened soul uses rhythm to move through destiny with power and grace. These three forces, resonance, polarity, and rhythm, are not mere abstract principles. They are the hidden gears of reality itself. Together they form what we may call the Vibrational Code of Thoth, a code that was whispered through symbols, encrypted in ancient tablets, and concealed beneath myths, so that only the seekers with awakened perception could uncover its truth. Why were they hidden? Because in the wrong hands, this knowledge could turn men into tyrants. It could reshape kingdoms, bend the will of masses, and alter the destiny of humanity. Imagine an emperor who truly knew how to harness resonance to sway the hearts of millions, polarity to divide and control, and rhythm to manipulate the cycles of fortune. Such power, unleashed without wisdom, would enslave the world. But now, these words have reached you, and I want you to reflect on that truth for a moment. If you are hearing this message, if you feel a stirring within your heart right now, it is no accident. You are being called. A thread of destiny has led you here. You are being asked to awaken, to break free from illusion, to remember that you are more than flesh and thought. You are vibration itself. And with vibration, you create. The hidden code is not meant to make you a ruler of others. It is meant to make you a master of yourself. Because when you rise above the illusions, when you reclaim your vibrational sovereignty, you cannot be enslaved by fear, manipulation, or chaos ever again. Think about your life. How often do you feel trapped in cycles, pulled by extremes of emotion, influenced by energies that are not even yours? These are signs that the code has been working on you unconsciously instead of through you consciously. The time has come to reverse that. To awaken is to reclaim the keys of creation. Now you know the principles, but knowledge without practice is just dust on a shelf. So let us engrave these forces into your daily life. Guard your vibration, resonance. Every thought you hold, every word you speak, every emotion you release, all of it is frequency, and frequency calls its echo. If you dwell in anger, anger will find you. If you dwell in harmony, harmony will surround you. Begin by guarding your vibration as if it were sacred, because it is. Cleanse it with silence, elevate it with gratitude, and fuel it with intention. Master polarity, duality, light and dark, expansion and contraction, love and fear. These are not enemies. They are the two poles of one truth. Instead of being enslaved by extremes, rise above them. Learn to see both poles as part of the same whole. When pain comes, recognize it as the seed of wisdom. When joy comes, recognize it as the flower of growth. Both are essential, both are divine. Align with rhythm, the cycles. The tides rise and fall. The sun ascends and sets. Life breathes in, life breathes out. When you resist the rhythm, you suffer. But when you align, you move with the current of the cosmos. Trust the seasons of your soul. There will be times to act and times to rest, times to expand and times to retreat. To align with rhythm is to flow with eternity. If you truly hear these words, then know this: you are standing at the threshold of transformation. The vibrational code of Thoth has revealed itself to you because you are ready. Do not treat this lightly. Many will listen and forget, but those who remember, those who act, will see the world bend around them. The illusions of separation, of limitation, of powerlessness will begin to dissolve. And in their place, a new reality will emerge, crafted not by fear, but by conscious vibration. So I ask you now, will you awaken or will you return to sleep? The choice has always been yours. These three forces, resonance, polarity, and rhythm, form the vibrational code of Thoth. They were hidden because knowledge of this power could reshape kingdoms, awaken civilizations, and alter the fate of humanity itself. But if these words reached you, it is not by chance. It means you are being called to awaken, to break free from illusion, to reclaim the keys to creation that were once guarded by the initiated. The question is, will you step into your power or remain asleep within the dream of others? Now you know the three hidden forces of Thoth vibrational code, but knowledge without practice is only dust. Start today. Guard your vibration against fear and chaos. Master polarity, turning shadow into fuel. Align with rhythm, flowing with the cosmic pulse. If these words resonate with your soul, comment below. I hold the code and seal your path of awakening. And before you leave, make sure to like this video if it ignited something inside you. Subscribe and turn on the bell because more hidden truths are coming. Share this message with someone ready to awaken. Remember this, the universe is vibration, vibration is creation, and creation is now in your hands.